When a senior executive suddenly exits, the weight on your shoulders is real. You've got a team to steady, a board to reassure, customers to protect. And the temptation is to go straight into action, to start making calls, lining up resumes, convincing yourself you're being decisive. But here's the thing. The vacancy itself isn't the bigger danger. The real danger is drift. Drift is what happens when smart people make fast moves without a true north. It's quiet, it's sneaky, and it can steal months of progress before anyone even names it out loud. So let's stop the drift right now. You don't need a week-long offsite to do it. This will take you 10 minutes with a pen and paper. Here's step 1. Go ahead and write this down. If this hire fails, what breaks? Don't overthink it, just capture it. Maybe culture begins to crack in one specific team. Maybe 2 of your key clients start losing confidence in the company. Maybe it's a key operator that quits, and you lose the one who quietly keeps the trains running on time. These are your load-bearing beams. Okay, step 2, now write this down. If this hire succeeds, what changes? Picture yourself and your company a year from now. What's lighter on the calendar? Which fires have been managed or put out? What opportunities open because of this person? Be specific. Things like the operations cadence is predictable. Our board updates move from defensive to now strategic. We have a backlog that finally starts to ship. Once you've got both lists, draw a line underneath and then write this down. Therefore, to succeed, we must. Now, I want you to pull 5 criteria from what you just wrote. Not generic traits. These would be operational, observable, something you can prove. They may sound like things stabilizes 2 key relationships in 90 days. Customer relationships. Builds trust with frontline managers, not just a senior leadership team. Improves our forecast accuracy by 10%. Scales processes without killing initiative. And can tell the story up and down without spin. These 5 now become non-negotiables. Everything else is preference. All right, so now translate them into a 1-page scorecard that you'll actually use. Each of them gets a criteria, a scale of 1 to 5, and a box for proof points that you see or hear throughout the process. And here's the key. If you can't collect proof in the conversation, that itself is data. At the bottom of your scorecard, add 2 identifiers. These are red flags. Things you'll want to look out for. They've got a shiny resume, but shallow proof. Or they're a brilliant soloist, but a weak systems leader. Because those patterns look impressive in the rush, but they often end up costing you a year later. Now, before you even talk to candidates, run 2 short calibration calls. The first call will be with your inner circle. And I want you to share with them what you've come up with. Tell them, here's what breaks if we miss on this hire. Here's what we unlock if we hit a home run. Here are the 5 non-negotiables. What do you think I'm missing? What's noise? And what is it that truly matters right now? Okay. The next call will be with your board chair or your CEO. Share with them this. With this hire, here's how we'll measure early success. In 30 days, 60, 90 days. This is so we don't mistake motion for progress during this critical transition. Get their thoughts, capture them. Where have you missed? What do you need to add to ensure that you're all aligned? As you do this, you'll start to feel the energy shift. Almost instantaneously. You and others will start to relax because they now have a compass to guide them through this process. So now when it's time to interview, you can start with reality, not theater. Ask these candidates these types of questions. Tell me about the last time you stabilized a team after a leadership change. What was already breaking? What were you able to do by week 2? What were you able to do by week 6? And what did the metrics say in that transition? Then walk through your 5 boxes and listen for evidence, names, numbers, what they personally owned. If you can't picture them doing it here, with your people and your constraints, don't talk yourself into it. Here's 2 final guardrails to protect you from drift. Number 1, no candidate advances without at least one frontline reference that you choose, not them. And 2, after every interview day, score them independently first and then discuss with your team. Because consensus before scoring, that's how drift starts to sneak back in. And if you're stuck between 2 finalists, run the 30, 60, 90 test out loud. Ask yourself, what exactly shows up on my calendar with this person in month 1, month 2, and month 3? Choose the one whose plan you can actually live with. Now, if you're listening to this as a leader at your own crossroads, the same exercise applies. What breaks if you choose the wrong next role? What unlocks if you choose the right one? Pull those 5 non-negotiables that honor your values and your season of life and build your own scorecard and use it the way a board would. And here's something I see all the time. High-achieving executives trading clarity for loyalty or competence for capacity. Don't do that to yourself. Choose the role that makes your life bigger, not busier. So to recap, we'll have 2 lists that help us get 5 non-negotiables that we put onto one scorecard. We validate that with 2 calibration calls, and we create a 30, 60, and 90-day lens that you'll actually use throughout the hiring process. That's how you recenter the map in a storm, by replacing speed with aligned direction. You'll start to feel the vacancy become less of a crisis and more of a strategic opportunity. An opportunity to protect culture, to strengthen trust, and to set the sails for the next chapter in your business. And if you'd like to talk through it together or want a simple worksheet that walks you through this step by step, send me a message and we'll line it up right away. Or if you'd like to discuss your own leadership transition in more depth, let's schedule a call. Either way, don't drift. Pause, write, align, and then take action. You'll feel the difference in clarity by tomorrow morning.